So you can edit it.
Yeah, let's edit that.
Okay.
So hey guys, we're Kevin Richards and Jamie Richards. We're partners in Richards, Brindley & Richards Law Group. And we want to do a little video series on all problems that people face and why they come see us when dealing with debt. And so we're going to talk about some options in bankruptcy. So today I had a client come in and I was going to ask Kevin about what he'd do to deal with their problems. One of the things that they had was they have $11,000 that they're behind on their mortgage. So
Okay.
how would you deal with that?
Well, probably what they ought to do is file a Chapter 13, and they could take that arrears and put it into a Chapter 13 plan and end up paying a lot less over time to get their house caught up if they're wanting to keep their home.
Yeah, so arrears is the portion that you're behind on your payment. That's all it means. So how does a 13, I guess, then deal with that payment over time? How does that work?
So what happens is you figure out what they're behind on their payments, and then you have to have that paid off at least within 5 years or less. And so we just take that amount that they're behind and we divide that by the number of payments. I usually go like 54 months, and it ends up lowering it down. So that goes into what we call a Chapter 13 plan, and there's other things such as some debt payment for credit cards and things like that. And so once the case is confirmed, they make their payment to the trustee, and that payment then takes care of attorney's fees, it takes care of the arrearage on their home. Now they'll have an obligation to continue with their ongoing payment after they file their Chapter 13, but it's certainly a way to, instead of coming up with $11,000, a lot of people don't have that, it's certainly a way to string that out over some time.
Yeah,
Help them
and
catch up.
the important thing to remember is you have to keep making your current house payment, but that portion that you're behind doesn't gain interest, right? You're paying
That's
that interest
correct.
free.
Yeah.
The other thing that they had two vehicles, and one vehicle, it looked like they owed about what it was worth. So how do we treat that in a bankruptcy?
Well, if the vehicle is owed about what it's worth, if they, there's two chapters, there's the 7 and the 13. Presuming that we're talking about this couple that are behind on their home and they got this car, then on the car that it's owed what it's worth, they can decide to put that in the plan or outside the plan. A lot of times we put them in the plan simply because we can extend out the payments, lower their payment on the car theoretically. And be
It's
able to
almost
keep
like
it.
a refinance.
It really is.
So a lot of people come in and they have a car payment and their interest rate's like 14%, and in a bankruptcy plan it's 5%. So
Right.
they can lower their payment through the bankruptcy.
Now, as I recall, these people, didn't they have a car too that they were upside down in?
They had a Chevy Cruze, a 2012 Chevy Cruze they owed $16,500 on, and I think the value I pulled was $8,700
And they'd been in there making those payments for like over 2.5 years or something like that.
since March of 2012.
So, they get another thing that we can do, we can cram down that car, so all they pay is the actual value of the car, so that $8,000.
Mm-hmm.
So they gotta pay all of that back with interest at 5%, but you're able to strip off almost like another $8,000 that just gets treated as unsecured debt. And depending upon their plan, that literally could just be pennies on the dollar. So it's a really good way to refinance and restructure your debt.
Yeah, so these people, they're able to keep their car essentially for what it's worth and not what it's owed on this one because they've had it for longer than 2.5 years. So this was just one scenario we had with this couple that came in and what we could do to help them out.
But talking to a good bankruptcy attorney can really save you thousands of dollars and help you get your financial life back in order.
Yeah, for example, with this family, they were paying $900 a month only for car payments. And after we took into account their arrearage on their house, how much they were behind, their 2 car payments, and they owed some back tax, their monthly trustee payment will be $850, and their cars will be paid for, and the house will be current, and the taxes will be gone when they're done. So that's a benefit. Anyway, guys, we're going to have lots of other videos dealing with bankruptcy, with immigration, with family law. So please like us on Facebook. It's Richards, Brindley & Richards Law Group. And please subscribe to our channel. Thanks.
That's awesome.
It'll get a little more natural.